Hello and welcome everybody to Not Wasting Time, because when the last time when I started this, I called it wasting time, and I think last week I put killing time, and then I realized your time is as valuable as my time, and thank you for giving me your time. And I want to say thank you to the Live Place, Dean from the Live Place. He I contacted Dean and uh, told him about my show. I waited about 3 or 4 weeks before I actually did something as far as a regularly scheduled show. Uh, so I contacted Dean and I told him that this is what my show is going to be called. And I gave a brief description. Sometimes it's between me and Kenzie Days is on, and sometimes I bring you people that are kind of new to the community or friends of mine that love Disney as much as me. So let's start the show. I am broadcasting from the Kenzie Days studio here in upstate New York. Uh, and in the chat, we have James Ryan. Hello from New Hampshire. Myers and the Mouse. Mama's in the house. Thank you for showing up, Mama. Kenzie Days. She's not my co-host today, but she will be in the chat for me. Pigletru. Oh, I'm gonna mess that up as much as it. Pigletru loves Disney. Hello and welcome. Pam's fam and welcome, and Mike Wheeler, welcome. So now I met this guy. We were a co-worker at one point in time, and we made pretty good friends. And we met down in Disney one time. We were all down there at the same time. We had a great time. And just recently, when Kenzie was streaming one day, he popped in and said hi. Actually, he texted me and said I would make a good donkey. That's right, Kelly. He said I would make a good donkey. Hello, Alyssa. Hello, Ross Stapleton, and hello, Stevie Lee. So, and without further ado, I'd like to bring my friend in, Jeff Haskell. Hello, Jeff.
How you doing?
How are you?
Good.
Good.
We're good.
As you can see, we have what's really nice about the stream is that we have live comments going on along the side, so you can see where we have some personal interaction. Right now, we have about 14 people watching us, which is about 10% of my subscribers, which is always a big plus. Like I said, we met at work and hit it off pretty well. You know, I won't tell everybody what your special talent is, but the guy's double jointed. You should see it. It's really weird. Um, um, so he is a Disney freak, just like me, just like my family. We before he started his endeavor with his wife and family, he was down with his at that time girlfriend in Disney, and we all met up a couple years ago, and we had a great time. Ate dinner, got wet, really wet on what the heck is that? What's that ride called?
Cali River Rapids.
Cali River Rapids.
Cali River Rapids.
It was. We got so soaked on Cali River Rapids, and we just got off. Oh, there it is. That was a great time. Oh, it was me, my daughter Kenzie Days, my wife Billy, my friend Jeff, his wife,
Andrea.
Sorry, it's been a long day at work. And another one of my friends, Chris. Our friends technically, Chris and his daughter. What the heck was his daughter's name? It's been a long time since I talked to Chris too. Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Yep. Yes, Kennedy.
Yep. And every time we got off, they made us actually get off. We actually had to get off the tire.
Yep.
And go all the way around until we realized, hey, we can slide in this little spot here, and we went through a couple of times. So a little disclaimer, just to let you know, if you're wearing earbuds or you have your speakers on, it's going to get a little loud because my friend Jeff here has three kids, and they're all in the living room playing at this time.
It's true.
They are adorable. They are adorable. Look at that cutie. Oh,
It's, uh,
hi.
Say hi. Wave.
Uh, she's so cute. Love the hair. So, first question, getting to know you. How long have you been a Disney fan?
Oh boy. Honestly, I guess my whole life. Went a few times when I
Oh
was
yeah.
little. I went. I think my earliest time I ever went was I was probably 3 or 4 years old. I went with
And
my
do you
parents.
remember at that?
I remember some of it. Yeah, yeah. I definitely remember. I probably wasn't that trip, but I definitely remember riding Space Mountain when I was a little kid. I was probably, I'm assuming 5 or 6 at least, height wise and stuff. But yeah, that's what I really remember about Disney back then.
Really? So, what year was that, Jeff?
That would have been late 80s ish,
Late
somewhere,
80s. Okay. All
somewhere in
right,
there.
there's a couple more people that jumped in. We have Noah from Big Noah Mountain 5, Rachel from D&G Explorers and Pepper Tree Villa, Rob, Fuzz, and Myers. Big fan. I knew what all those letters meant. Pam's fam, I think I said hi to you already. Um, and if I've missed you, please repost the chat. I know there's a couple of us in here, and this is great. So you've been going since the mid '80s. So what made you? What do you remember your first trip as an adult? Thank you.
Um, I would say actually my first trip with as like an adult, like going by myself, was actually with my current wife now, like Andrea. We were
Okay,
dating at the time, and it was her first trip ever. So
ever.
I had to show her around, So I knew a little bit about it, but I wasn't totally sure. But we had a lot of fun, and obviously we're here now.
Well, yeah, we're all this. This. What's great about this community. We're all uh, big Disney fans, and I've just taken it to a new level. So hey, hi, Bill Steffen from Kentucky. Um, so, what made you fall in love with Disney to begin with?
Uh, Probably my parents just pushing, our life. Just watching Disney movies, watching old, Aladdin, all that, Lion King, just all those old,
Oh,
early
you're calling them
'90s.
old. You're
I
calling
know,
them
I know,
old, dude.
I know, I
Dude,
know.
come
Well,
on.
it's not really that old, but yeah.
None of
When I was a kid,
when you were a
Aladdin
kid,
and all
yes,
that, yeah, that was all just coming
yes.
out and stuff. So you're an old guy, I guess. No, I'm just kidding.
What? I'm only 45.
You got a couple years on
45.
me.
Couple years, but
Couple
that's
years.
okay. That's okay. So, um, it's an easy question, and I think we all, I know the answer, but who do you think was your wife a fan before you met her and took her down to Disney for the first time? Was she a Disney fan?
Yeah, I think Andrew was always a Disney fan. She just never had the opportunity to go down before, and then she just. I remember seeing her face when we first got into Magic Kingdom the first day, and it was just like I think she almost started crying.
Really?
Yeah, I think
So,
there might be a
your
video of it somewhere.
oh, that would be great. So, her first park.
That was definitely
What
Magic
was
Kingdom.
her first?
Had to be
Magic
Magic Kingdom
Kingdom.
first. Honestly, that's
Oh,
actually the first park we go to every trip.
really?
Every trip. That's just we got to do Magic
Every
Kingdom first, and then from there we just wherever. There's always Magic
ah.
Kingdom.
Oh, yeah, the first time she had to see the castle and you get to experience it with her. That's excellent.
Yeah,
Something else happened in front of the castle, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, yeah. That was what was about a year. How long into our See, we met in 2011. That was 2013 when that happened.
What?
When I asked you to marry me.
Yes.
You did the proposal in front of the castle.
I did. I did. I think I could pull up a picture if I can find it quick. It might take a minute. Let's see here. 2013. It was actually her birthday week.
Her birthday. That's right. Because women get the week or month.
Yes. Yes. And here it is. That's really showing up.
That is no. I see it. It's. Hold on. Let me present you. This is an awesome photo of you proposing to your wife or your future wife in front of Magic Kingdom. Awesome. Awesome job. Hello, hello, Amy from AJC Magic. Welcome in. AJC Magic is another great streamer out there. If you want to check out a good streamer and you love doing Disney trivia or any trivia, in fact, Amy is a very good stream to watch. So it's been a couple years, but now that your wife is a Disney fanatic or a Disney fan as much as you, who would you say is more of a Disney fan, you or your wife?
More? Who's a bigger Disney
Who is
fan?
the bigger?
I have a tattoo.
Me?
Okay,
That's probably right.
she wins. She wins. She has a tattoo.
Yeah, she
and
does.
you
Yes, she
you
does.
do not have the Disney
I don't
tattoo
have any
now.
tattoos or anything. No, she's got a Disney tattoo. I do not.
Well, hello, Jeffrey Resendez. Welcome in. So, how many times do you think you have been at Disney?
Ooh. How many times have we gone to Disney? I have
Not
no
how
clue.
many times do you want to go to Disney?
I would say, let's see, we've gone since we met. We've probably gone. I would say we've probably gone 10 times, at least. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome, and you'll love it every time.
Oh yeah.
And and you're kind of hemmed in at certain times of the year.
4 times.
Yeah, we went a couple times. Yeah, we went 4 times one year. It was crazy. I think that was the first time. That was the first year we had annual passes, I believe. We went down 4 times, I believe, on those passes. That was amazing.
Now annual passes are nice because yes, they do cost a little bit more money. They're nice, but they do make you spend more money in the parks because we bought an annual pass in August of last year, and next thing you know, we were down there in November.
Yep.
We were just planning to go last weekend. We were going to do the Star Wars run. We were planning to be down there this last weekend. Then me and Kenzie, out of nowhere, decided, let's go down to the Festival of the Arts. And it was just me and Kenzie. We went just the 2 of us, and we did that in January. I think I booked flights for the week, it's like a week and a half out, and out we went. And we plan on being there this July, which I know that you're planning on being there this July. Hopefully. Have you ever stayed off site?
Yes. Yeah, we did actually. We did when they had Star Wars weekends. One time we stayed off grounds. We had our annual pass, so we didn't really have to worry about parking still, because the annual pass covered that. But we stayed at, I believe it was just a Holiday Inn or something like that. Just right on, what was it 192 right there? Right off the grounds, basically. We just drove in. We always drive down, so we had our car there and everything. So we were able to do Star Wars weekends. Like, I think we got there Friday, and I think we left Sunday. We drove.
Now, I am a little jealous that you actually got to do a Star Wars weekend because I would have loved to do a Star Wars weekends, but unfortunately, that was not in the uh, stars for me. And by the time I could do a Star Wars weekend, they no longer did Star Wars weekends.
Yeah, I'm
And I
disappointed to
don't
see
think.
that, but at least they have now. They have the whole Star Wars thing, so it's like
Have you
Star.
been down there since? Have you been down there since they've opened up Galaxy's Edge?
Yes, we went in November, and we were able to do the Millennium Falcon ride, but not they hadn't opened the other one yet, so there's that ride open.
See, let's see. November. What time? When was that? Around Veterans Day?
November. When did we go? When was
The
it?
week before Andy's birthday.
So it's like the middle of November.
No, early.
Was it
Like
the first week
second,
November?
second week, I think. Or no, first week of November.
Yeah, it was like the first week, like the
We left right
4th
after
or something like
Halloween.
that. Through it was like a
Wow.
week, first week of November.
No, but we left November 1st
Okay.
because it was your sister's wedding.
Well, if you
Remember?
hear her, we left November
I
1st.
can. That's fine.
Okay.
You left November 1st to go down, and you spent that week down there, or whatever. Wasn't there
Yes.
school?
Well, the kids are young enough, and she.
I am talking about the.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't worry. No one's going to hear Andrea. I have such a small.
But we also had Andrea's parents with us, which helped a lot with the kids. You know,
It has to.
3 little
Well,
kids
no.
down.
I was going to add. That's one of my questions. How is Disney with the youngins?
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. It becomes a little bit more stressful, I guess you could say, because they're one of them wants to run this way, the other one wants to run that way. They want to get on this ride, they don't want to do that ride. It's just trying to plan it out is almost impossible. You just got to say this is what we're doing, and then if you do it, you do it. If not, you change your plans on the fly. That's kind of how kids work. And
Yeah.
we make it work. We don't
That's
plan
why,
full days with little kids. We just did basically half days. So
nap time.
yeah,
You got to take back a nap.
Mhm.
That's basically for you and Andrea. You both have to take a nap. The kids are probably out and playing around, and
Yep.
you're napping. um. So, staying off site now. Would you prefer staying off site or on site?
No, we always like staying on site. It was just a cheap option. I don't know why we chose to go off site. I think it was just a little cheaper or something. Maybe we just wanted to do a quick, cheap trip for a weekend.
Was that Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Memorial Day weekend. We literally left Thursday night and left like Sunday afternoon and got home on Monday.
Yeah, I think we didn't book it like until a couple days before we went. Yeah. So I don't even know if we could have gotten on site.
No, I was on my class trip.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, at this point in time, yeah, it's a short trip. We're our family, we're DVC owners, so like even when we looked at trying to do a DVC for the Festival of the Arts, nothing. And then when we looked at hotel rooms for Festival of the Arts, nothing. It's just or the rooms were just way too expensive. So it's the first time I think we've ever stayed at the Dolphin from the Swan and Dolphin.
Yeah. Was that nice?
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. I tell you. The downside, it's technically not owned by Disney. So what ends up happening is like you can't use your Magic Band for charging. You don't have the Magic Express to come from the airport. Okay. So you have to take the ride service, Lyft, which the minivans don't take you from but you can get a lift, and it doesn't cost a crazy amount, but it's enough to where you can just don't have to worry about trying to get a bus ride or renting a car.
Right.
But I would have to say I would stay again at Swan or Dolphin. It was nice, and you still have the Disney transportation while you're on property, and we were close. We actually we actually walked over to Hollywood Studios when we did that. Not that Kenzie was happy about walking over to Hollywood Studios, but we walked over to Hollywood Studios. We were up early because we got to do Rise of the Resistance. When that was one of the other reasons we went down for it was Rise opened up, and then we were like, we got to go, and we did it.
That ride looks amazing. It really does.
It's not even a ride. It's more of an experience altogether. It's so immersive. Is it thrilling as say Flight of Passage, which I'm assuming you guys have rode Flight of Passage in Stupid Land?
No. We haven't done that one. We did the boat ride just because we had the kids, so we couldn't separate with the kids and whatever. So we decided to use the fast pass on the little boat ride, which
great animatronic, hands down, a very great animatronic. And they say Hondo is the same generation of animatronic as the character in the Navi River ride,
Shaman or whatever.
Yeah. Did you have the cheeseburger pods while you were there?
No, we didn't do those. Yeah,
it does taste like a McDonald's cheeseburger.
Does it? I'm glad I didn't do it then.
Well, but it's interesting. I mean, it is a very good food over that way. So where would I leave off? Oh, so you stayed on park. You like staying on site, which is always good.
Yes. Yeah, we always prefer that.
Yeah. Your wife is in the education field, so you're kind of limited in on what time you get to go down. So, which time do you prefer to go down?
Honestly, I always liked going in February, like February break time. It's warmer down there. It's obviously cold where we are up in New York. It's a nice break from the weather up here just to get down there for a week or so in February. But I think that's probably my favorite time.
Really? That's interesting. Crowd level?
Depends on if you hit like the week of the break itself down there, or like it's because winter break is not. I don't think it's the same everywhere, obviously, but when we went, I don't think it was too bad in February. So.
Okay, so that's cool. Cool. Now, when we went down in August, now have you gone back in the August time frame?
I believe we did August a few years ago. Yeah,
it's hot.
It's very
super hot.
Yeah,
and with 3 kids, it's probably a little bit more, or maybe you only had 2 at the time. But it could be a little stressful for the little ones. But they do have pools that the little ones can play in.
This is true. Yes, pools are like a godsend. Throw the swimming on them and chuck them in. No, I'm just kidding.
Just kidding. But they have those splash pad areas, which is really good. I remember Kenzie when she was like 3.5, 4. She loved the little splash pad areas.
Oh yeah, those are great. There's I remember watching the kids run around at was it Downtown Disney at the time, or was it Disney Springs at the time? I think it was Disney Springs then. They have like a little
the little fountain with the squirts up. Yeah, there's 2 areas. The one that has the full Mickey head, and then one that has like a circle and a small circle.
Yeah, I think it was that one. I remember one of them was just running around, and I think he slipped, and he just went straight onto his back, and I was just like, "Oh, not good." Ran over.
He's a boy.
He's a little kid. He's scared.
Boys get chick stiff scars.
Yeah, exactly.
Chick stiff scars. That's what you tell them. Hi. This is Jeff's wife, Andrea, and his little girl, Alice. They are very both adorable. I already know. I could get to this. Andrea, so you're there. I don't know. Who is Andrea's favorite Disney character?
Snow White.
I knew that.
Followed by Tinkerbell.
Followed by Tinkerbell. That is awesome.
What's wrong, baby?
Oh.
Can you say hi?
What would you say Jeff's favorite character is?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know. I mean, if you count Star Wars characters as Disney characters,
They are. Listen, Star Wars Princess Leia is now an official Disney princess.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she is.
All right, Jeff. I'll let you.
Yeah, I think my favorite.
I'll let you.
Just Mickey, just going classic. So
Classic Mickey, classic
yeah,
Mickey. That's cool.
Mickey.
That's cool. Have you been down there for any of the different? Yes, Stevie. That's a different. His family is adorable, and I did get to spend time with Jeff and Andrea. I have not met their kids, but the last time I have to say it's been a very, very long time since we've hung out together. But the last time I actually got to hang out in person with Jeff and Andrea is at their wedding, which I was so honored to be invited to. Yes, look at the little chubby guy right next to his. Yes, I no longer look that chubby, but I had a great time at your wedding, and I was so honored that you invited me out that way.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a great time. So, have you done any of the holiday parties or anything to that effect while you were down in the Disney World?
We've actually never done any of the parties. We've been there and watched the decorations change from one into the other, but we've never actually done any of the parties. So that's one of the things we definitely still have to do. I think we'll wait until the kids are a little bit older to do probably the Halloween one first. But
okay. Which is great is because the Halloween one, Disney celebrates Halloween in August now.
Yes.
Did you know that?
It's crazy. It's like a 3-month marathon.
Yes, they celebrate it from August to October. It's one of their bigger parties, and like this past year they actually sold a holiday pass for the Halloween party, so people that live close enough they can go to as many parties as they wanted to.
Yes.
I did not. We were actually down there in August, and we didn't do the party this time around. We did the party about 2 or 3 years ago, and a little different feel. Hey, Mike, I did not say hi to Mike Wheeler. If I didn't, Mike, thank you for coming in and taking care of my modding business for me. And Mike just put in there right now. August 13th is the first Halloween party. So, nice. Yes, it's a very hot Halloween, huh?
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yes, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Hopefully they can keep up with that.
So you've been down there for the Halloween time. So even though you didn't do the Halloween party, but you've been down there for the Christmas and you've seen the Christmas decorations, right? Yes, no, or not?
Well, we saw Christmas decorations in November this year. But
yes, because that's right. We were down there too in November. Yeah. So which ones do you prefer? The Halloween or the Christmas decorations?
I mean, seeing the Christmas decorations was really cool this year. I did like those, I think, a little better. But we watched the change into Halloween one year, and it was cool just to see it one day not, and then the next day it's all Halloween stuff. That was really cool.
It's crazy. I remember our first year we went down there in 2005, and I looked up and I'm like, there's a crane. And that's when they were putting the lights on the castle for the Christmas time. I'm thinking, oh, we're going to have crane in our photos. And luckily they do enough and they hide it. Okay, Mike, you made a mistake, but that's Halloween 15th. It's still the 15th of Halloween of August. 15th of August is still a very early time to celebrate Halloween. But Christmas decorations. And what's nice about the Christmas decorations is that did you find, where did you stay at that time?
We actually stayed at Art of Animation. That was
okay. How did
We had a family suite.
Oh,
Her parents were with
okay.
us. We needed a bigger room, but that was a blast because I think I think the best part of that was the Skyliner. Honestly, just getting from
Oh,
point A
that's
to
right.
point B so fast.
Oh, that's right. You got to ride the Skyliner. What'd you think of it?
That was amazing. Like we went from our hotel to being in Epcot in probably 15 minutes.
That's great. Yeah,
Yeah,
we went we were down there in August. It wasn't open, and when we went back to November, we were like, yeah, we have to do that
you
Skyliner.
got to
It
do
was
it.
awesome.
Yeah,
You got to do. Well, I guess supposedly they're cutting back the buses from those hotels to the resorts, um, from the resorts to the parks from those ones that have the Skyliner to encourage more people to take the Skyliner.
I'd
Which
recommend.
I'm happy
It's
that they're.
fun.
Well, I mean, if you're scared of heights, I'm glad that they're keeping a bus around just for those people that might have a fear of heights.
Right.
Either
Right.
that or they're going to have to take a lift.
Yeah.
You know. Um,
There's definitely plenty of options, though, for sure. Either the
so
buses or the
resorts.
lifts or
So speaking of resorts,
okay.
you stayed at you stayed at uh, Art of Animation.
Yep.
What other resorts have you stayed at?
We've usually stuck to the value resorts. Just being
Okay,
a small family, we were able to do that still. We've done all three:
nothing wrong with that.
music, sports, and movies. We've done those. We've done Pop Century. Uh, we did. I mean, obviously stayed off site a couple times, but that was pretty much just do the value resorts for now. With the small
Okay,
family,
there's
doesn't matter. The size of the room really. So
listen. The good thing is that even a value resort is still Disney, and they do an excellent job. There's nothing wrong
yeah,
with the value resorts. We love them. When we went down in November, we stayed at All Star Music. No, yeah, we did. We stayed at All Star Music, and we stayed in a Broadway building, which that
yeah.
was great for for Kenzie because she loves Broadway, and I'll plug her show coming up here soon.
Nani.
So, what resort? If
What's your name?
obviously there's no money's no object for you. What resort would you love to stay at?
Um, Honestly, I think the Animal Kingdom Lodge. I think that would be a
Okay,
fun one to stay at with the kids. Just open the window in the morning, go out on the balcony, and see the animals. I think that would be a fun one.
and if you rent because you can rent DVC points, and you rent the DVC points, and then you get yourself a Savannah room. It comes with a coffee pot, so you could just make coffee in the morning, and sit out there, and you get a Savannah view, drink your coffee. Or at the end of the night, I have a couple of adult liquid refreshments. But we've stayed there. It's a beautiful place. Sometimes they they do a Savannah view room comes around the other side. I love it. Listen, that's Alice, right?
Yeah, that's Alice. She's laughing.
She's a girl. Once they start talking, it's
Oh yeah.
over. It's over. Um. So, Jeff, what would you say your favorite park is?
Favorite park? Honestly, no, I can't. Not Magic Kingdom for me.
Magic Kingdom.
I like Epcot. I love Epcot. It's big. I like walking around. I like seeing everything. Just going to each country, just looking at what they got. Buying souvenirs and stuff. We haven't bought too many souvenirs, but I just like looking around. I think I like Epcot the best.
Really? Welcome in Diz Our Dream, either Jeff or Angela. Hello. And again, this is my friend Jeff from the western part of New York, out there where they get snow. It's probably still snowing.
It actually did snow today. I swear to God, it did.
um, so your favorite park is Epcot. So let's ask. Why don't you have your wife ask your wife what her favorite park is?
What's your favorite park?
Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom. Okay.
Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom. That's awesome.
Yep.
What is your favorite ride in any park?
Favorite ride in any park? I think it's probably because I rode it when I was a kid. Just Space Mountain. I
Space
love that.
Mountain.
I love that ride. Every time, I'd love it. I don't know what it is.
Really?
Yeah.
It is a nice ride, and it's always nice to have that whole darkness in the not knowing which way you're
Not
going.
knowing
Even
which
though
way.
you've ridden it, you ride Space Mountain. How many times do you ride Space Mountain over and over and over, and you're still surprised on those turns? Correct?
Exactly. Yeah. Every time you're like, oh, there's a left.
in fact,
Whips you around.
in
I love
fact,
it.
I've got a picture, and how many times? I mean, I've been down there many times, and we're on the ride, and I say to my wife and my daughter, I say, now when we get to the bottom, we're going to take a photo, and we're going to go like this or to the camera, and let me just show you what I ended up with. It's unbelievable.
Every time.
But I go to do it, and I say, we're going to do something crazy at the. It's not loading, but. I'll get to it. So, Space Mountain. That's not Space. Yeah, Space Mountain. Awesome, awesome ride. Me personally, I like Splash Mountain. Billy hates it, and I think that's why I like it more because not only is it coming to the fun. I mean, it tells a great story, but I also get to watch her get a little nervous before we go. Why would I do that to her?
Why
That's
doesn't she
just
like it?
mean, right?
Why
She
wouldn't she
thinks
like
she's gonna. I don't know. I think she thinks she's gonna fall out of the log flume. I don't know. I have a great time on it, but all right, here I think I don't know. Did I find it? No. We did oh, this I should have my co-host come in here and find it for me so I'm not looking down at my phone.
it?
But again, neither here nor there. We're all pointing the wrong way, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, it's iconic. We're all facing the wrong way, so what's the big deal? It's a great photo." Um, Restaurants. Do you like to eat at the park?
We actually we usually book one or two sit down meals every trip, and with the
Okay,
kids, we try to do like a character meal. We always like doing Crystal Palace for breakfast with the kids.
you can't Crystal Palace for breakfast.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, they do some of the buffets do get some bad raps every once in a while, but Crystal Palace for breakfast, you really can't go wrong. Especially, I don't know if any of your kids are picky eaters. I have one, so
Don't need to call me out like that. They all know.
breakfast is great for us. As far
Right.
as all right, here's the
Oh,
iconic.
there it is.
We're all facing the wrong way.
That is perfect.
So thank you, Ken. My co-host Kenzie Days from Kenzie Days. And if you haven't subscribed to Kenzie Days, please do so because she at the end of the stream I'm gonna plug her big uh, project she's got coming up.
I'm excited for that.
Oh, I think it's gonna be great.
I'm glad
Even
you got
though
a part as well. You did
I
get
did get a part. I did get a part.
I saw that.
It's an important part, I guess.
It is.
She
It is.
tells me it is. All
It's
I
very
know
good.
is that yes, my beard came in today. So, um, so out of your restaurants, would you say Crystal Palace is your favorite, or do you have others? Even any restaurant, sit down, counter service.
You know which one I think was my all-time favorite, and we only did it one time, but it was the Thanksgiving meal sit down family style at the Liberty Tree Tavern. I love that.
Oh, Liberty Tree.
Probably
You
some
can.
of the best food ever. It's such a good meal.
I really. I really wish they wouldn't have, because back in the day when we first ate there, the first time we ever ate there, hi Alice.
Say hi.
The first time we ever ate there, it was actually a character breakfast or a character meal. So I'm kind of disappointed they don't do the character. And then I think a couple of trips ago, they have the dessert they do for lunch and the dessert they do for dinner is totally different. Yes, someone loves the camera. I think that might be Alice. You're gonna have a little You're gonna have a little YouTube star there in the future. I have one myself. So you're saying that's your favorite restaurant. What is your wife's favorite restaurant?
What is your favorite restaurant at Disney?
My favorite restaurant, Be Our Guest.
Be Our Guest. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured
for breakfast.
For
lunch or dinner?
I like dinner the best.
Because all three are different. Dinner.
Yeah, I like dinner the best.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good one. Dinner at
yes.
Be Our Guest for sure. That was a good one.
They have changed it recently, where now that's a set menu. Just to let you know. If you haven't been there,
we haven't been.
But yeah, no, I mean we haven't been there either. I think the last couple of trips we've kind of skipped on it, but it's always good. And what's best about the Be Our Guest dinner? You get to meet the Beast.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, as long as all your kids are happy about it, you know, meeting characters.
They're usually pretty good with that.
Huh?
I love meeting the Beast.
Yeah.
As you can see from my.
As soon as I mentioned Beast, my kid came in.
So they can see all my Beauty and the Beast.
As you can see, someone really loves the Beauty and the Beast. That's a whole shelf of Beauty and the Beast. Okay, we see you.
That's awesome.
So, what restaurant would you like to eat at that you haven't already?
Ooh, restaurant we haven't eaten at that you would want to. I honestly have no clue.
The one that goes in a circle.
Oh, the circle one. Yeah, you're right. We tried to book that one.
Yes,
we tried to book that and we couldn't get it in our last trip. It was
Garden Grill.
Yes, that's what it is. Garden Grill.
Yes.
Yes.
I want to go to that one.
Yeah, that's on our bucket list.
Oh, that is an excellent restaurant. We were there in August and we got to book that. And when Kenzie was meeting a couple of friends that we know online, was the first time. Sorry, I was reading Stevie. She's over in Hollywood Studios meeting a couple of friends of mine, and she FaceTimes me as I'm eating over in the Garden Grill. So, you know, nice. But this last trip that me and Kenzie went on by ourselves, we did breakfast at the Garden Grill, and I'm telling you, breakfast at the Garden Grill was absolutely delicious, and just the same for dinner.
Just have to point out this.
Okay. Baby Yoda.
I love it.
Baby Yoda bobblehead. Absolutely. And what's nice about and try every time you're down there. I would say even if you don't get the ADR, when you're in the land, walk up, see if they have an opening.
That's actually good.
I tell you what, it's absolutely 100% worth it because it's a little bit more as far as a meal again, but it's a character dining, so you're expecting more out of it.
Right.
Pay more, and the character interactions, not like Chef Mickey, it's not like Crystal Palace or a couple of the other ones because the tables aren't really, you can't jam them together. So the chances of you having a very great interaction between you and the characters, especially with your 3 kids, I'm telling you, you would have an awesome time. And there's a couple times where I've met the characters 2 or 3 times before they actually got done with their rotation. It's hands down, I would say I would recommend doing that one.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, that's definitely a bucket list one.
Yes, and like I said, sometimes it's just walk up. Hey, is there an opening? And if you can get it, I would highly recommend it. Any other restaurants that you would love to?
Not that I can think of
No.
right now. No. That was kind of one of the ones we tried last time and couldn't get it, and we were a little disappointed. But we got the other ones that we wanted, so it was nice. The characters in the
So
morning for the kids. So
so you do have 3 kids,
3 kids.
and there's something special about all 3 names, correct?
Yes. They're all 3 of them have a Disney tie to them, I guess you could say.
That
Our, uh,
is awesome.
our oldest son, his name is Andrew. Andy
Okay,
from Toy Story.
for Andy,
Yep,
he's got his own land.
he
Does he
does.
go
He
to?
does.
Does he go to Toy Story Land and say, "Okay, mom and dad, this is my backyard now"?
We told him that he can run the place, and he had a lot of fun, but he didn't quite get that. That's his land. But he did actually ride on the Slinky Dog this time. That was
Did he?
his biggest thing that trip. He wanted to do it, and that's the first thing we did. It was
Eh,
it
Did
was
he love
awesome.
it?
Oh, he absolutely loved it. Yeah.
Have you ridden? Did you ride it before he actually got a chance to ride it, or
No, that was
no?
it was,
So,
all, it was ours as well. Our first time as well.
oh,
So it was a blast.
just as just to see his face while you were doing it, it's
Yeah.
and at the time, the first time you get to see your kids react to Disney is amazing. Well, I didn't have that. My first time was Kenzie's first time, and she was 3.5. Welcome in, Stacy Rogers, the mod of all streams. Awesome, awesome. Um, yeah, my first time was Kenzie's first time, and and I so has anybody ever told you why do you take your kids when they're so young? They'll never remember it.
It's because of things like this. You can take pictures like this.
So
That is exactly
absolutely,
why.
absolutely, absolutely. 100%. And that's and that would be my answer to everybody who tells me why I took Kenzie at 3.5 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 is while she may not remember why she may not remember that first trip. I remember all
You
those
remember it.
times. And you know what? Just seeing that. And now that you have your girl,
Yes.
you know what's coming. You're going to have to do Cinderella's Royal Table sometime in the future.
Yes, we will. I'm sure. I'm sure we will do that, and I'm sure we'll do the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique.
Oh, absolutely.
Got to do that.
Now, there's ways around that. There's ways to make that a little bit cheaper, but affordable. Like you could
Right.
buy your own dress. They're not. What's great about Disney is as of right now, they're not saying that you have to buy the dress from them. You're getting the hairdo. You're doing all that.
Right.
You can make it affordable, and I think they, if I'm not mistaken, and Mike Wheeler in the chat will tell me if I'm wrong. I think they actually said that they're stopping the the pirate makeover. I think that might be a thing they're phasing out.
I
Which,
can see that. Yeah.
but it was nice to have something
One,
for the male persuasion, the boys. I mean, I don't know if your
right.
boys have ever done that, but um,
Yeah.
Kenzie's actually done that once, and she had a great time with that.
I saw those pictures. Those were nice pictures too.
That's the plus side of having one child,
Yes.
because she may have one only childitis a couple times, but I figured out a way to keep her from spending my money down at Disney. All my money, I should say. I load up we load up a card for a couple $100 or whatever it is, and say that's the money that you get to spend, and that's only that's what you got. And believe me, that saved me a lot of arguments in the past,
That's a good idea.
because yeah. And here's the story. She's probably going to come in and yell at me, but still, we're at Buzz Lightyear's Ranger Spin, and we get off the ride, and she sees one of those little guns, and she's like, "Mommy, can I have that?" And we're like, "Well, if you want it, you have to spend your money." Well, how much is it? And we tell her the price, and then boom, next thing you know, she's looking at the next size down. She goes, "Well, how much is that one?" And we tell her the price on that one, and then she looks at that little small one, the little keychain one, and she's like, "Well, how much is that one?" So that worked out very well for us. And once she understand that the concept that that's her money and that's what she's got to spend, it worked out really well for all of us in general, because that was most of me and her. Sometimes me and her, that would be the argument. We've had arguments in Disney as of recently. I mean, basically because I think I'm right and she thinks she's right, and we're too alike at that point in time. And in fact, even the last trip, she yelled at me. But no, Stacy, I didn't buy her all three. So a little bit more. So you have the three kids, and we all know that they're all named after um, Disney characters. We've met your beautiful daughter Alice, and
Yes.
your middle child. That threw me for a loop for a very long time. Once you announced it,
yeah,
a lot of people don't.
Him. So it's Elliot. And I
Which
want to see who can guess Elliot in the chat if anybody knows.
Yes, and Kenzie, you're not allowed to guess.
No.
Because she knows. Elliot, anybody know? And I have a feeling that Mike Wheeler, who is a former cast member, knows or will pick it up. Yes, Mike. In 10 minutes, Disney Dreaming with the Mouse will be on. Hey, Mama in the Mouse, Mama Myers. Yes, Mama. Congratulations, Pete's Dragon. I might have said that before too. I don't know if I gave it away, but still. Bam. In 10 minutes, Mama and the Mouse and Kelly, if he's home from work, and Angela and Jeff from Diz Our Dream, they do a stream that's called Dreaming with the Mouse, and it's a nice little an hour-long live stream. And I will have to say, sooner or later, sometime within that hour, they will be probably talking about bathrooms in Disney. I could ask you, Jeff, what's your favorite bathroom in Disney World besides the bathroom in your hotel room? I kid. I love them. Those two, I love watching it. And when their first time they did it and they got onto bathrooms, and you just have to point it out and be a little bit funny about it. But
that's hilarious.
But the thing is there are beautiful bathrooms in Disney World. They don't, like I said, they theme them all 100%. And I mean, just look at what they did with Galaxy's Edge. They didn't skip on the theming. I mean, the tangled area is a bathroom, and it's just, who knew that it was just a bathroom area, and you got the tower, which is excellent. So. We got about another 7 minutes, which is fine. And what's you say your trip's coming up in July. What are you looking forward to the most?
Just being down there, just warm weather, honestly. It snowed today. It snowed today. It's April.
We're going in July. So yeah, it's gonna be hot up here too. Hello, Surfer Girl, welcome in. Hope you're feeling well. Stay strong, girl. Looks like you have another one coming downstairs. You must.
That's Elliot. Hi, Elliot.
He's like, what's Dad doing? Was he sleeping? He was taking a nap, huh?
I think he was taking a nap. Yeah. Come on, bud.
He missed all the fun.
It's like, nope,
he's gone. I'm out. Dad's on. Dad's on.
Doing?
He probably thinks it's a Zoom classroom or something like that.
Probably. That goes on a lot here.
So how are you handling yourselves during the quarantine time? Your wife doing well?
She's surviving it. We're doing
She's
good.
surviving.
It's interesting. She's being pretty strong. Um, there's days when I get home from work and I gotta just take everything off and go straight to the shower. Just you don't know who you came in contact with, and it's a little
Yeah,
scary at
yeah.
times, but
I do
overall it's not
this.
bad.
I do. Yeah, yeah. My wife has me undressing out in our breezeway, and then then Kenzie looks at me and she goes, "Why are you half naked?" But what are you supposed to do? That may be. Hopefully, that's family friendly enough for my stream. But all right, Mama. I'll see you soon after my walk with Jasmine. So, um, just to let everybody know, again, this is Jeff Haskell. He's a great guy. He's from out upstate New York, out in the western part where it's still probably snowing. Um, we were watching a stream, or we were on a stream a couple weeks ago, or maybe a week and a half ago. It was Kenzie's stream, Kenzie Days, and we were talking about the upcoming Shrek the stream. If one of my mods would love to drop that the cast announcement of Kenzie Days' Shrek the stream. It's going to be it's an interesting project that she has going on. Between these streamers that are in this community and the ones that came up with it, or has agreed to be involved. It's some of the who's who of the streamer world, but it's going to be broadcast May 3rd at I think 3 o'clock on Kenzie Days' stream. So if anybody in the chat, and most of the people in the chat probably already is a subscriber to Kenzie Days, please take a chance and subscribe to her. All right, Stacy, I'll see you soon.
She's blowing kisses to you.
Oh, 3:30 it's going to go. I was beat out by Kelly Myers for the part of Donkey, but I guess he auditioned better than I did, which I didn't audition, so I got what I got because she took pity on me. Jeff, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. That was awesome.
Love getting back together and talking with you. So those of you in the chat, please, Dreaming with the Mouse is coming up with Is Our Dream and Myers and the Mouse. Two great channels together, talking about Disney like we all love to talk about Disney. So please, when you're done here, if you haven't jumped over and say to them, just say you're not wasting time there either. On that note, I am going to wrap up. And thank you guys for coming in today. I love introducing my friends who love Disney. And we may see Jeff again sometime in the future. We may not. We may get to hear his kids more, which is good. There he is. Elliot's finally come down the stairs.
Say hi, Elliot. He's being shy.
No. All right. So thank you all for showing up. I appreciate it and have a great day. Enjoy your time. And until next time, thank you. And of course,